Hello, dear learners. This is slangslang.com, your free English language class. Hello, viewers. Are you ready? Are you ready? Look, if I'm there and I'm asking you, are you ready? Some might say, yes, we are ready. Some may not be ready. But there might be some genius who just wake up and say, oh, what are you asking about? Ready for what? Nice. A question is answered with yet another question. Are you ready? Is answered with another question. What are you asking about? These both are questions, but they are different type of questions. We have already learned the type of are you ready? What type of question that is, we have already learned it in the last lesson. Today we will learn the other type of question. This is langslang.com and I'm Asra. First thing first, what is the difference between the two types of question? Are you ready type of question and what are you asking about type of question? What is the difference between these two types of question? Okay, first question, are you ready? If I ask you, are you ready? You are expected to answer in yes or no. You will answer something which reply me that yes, you are ready or no, you are not ready. So it is a yes no type question because you are expected to answer in something yes or no, affirmative or negative. But in the other question, what are you asking about? You can't say me yes. You can't reply me no. What are you asking about? Yes. It doesn't make any sense. You have to answer it something in more detail with more information. It needs some more information to be replied in this question. What are you asking about? So, are you ready is a yes no type question, and what are you asking about is not a yes no type question. Another example, if I ask you, have you taken your lunch? You have to answer yes or no. Have you taken your lunch? Yes. Have you taken your lunch? No. Something which replies me yes or no. But if I ask you, what was in your lunch? And you will say yes. No, it doesn't make any sense. If I ask you, what was in your lunch? And you say no. It doesn't make any sense. So it is not a yes no type question. If I ask you, what was in your lunch? You can't say me only that yes or no. You have to bring the lunch here. I mean to say you have to bring me the information about that what was in your lunch, the details of the lunch, or something which is not yes or no. So there are two types of questions now, and that is yes no type question and the other type of question which you can call WH questions, because the other type of question generally starts with a WH phrase. WH phrase, it starts with a WH phrase. They are generally the WH pronouns or WH adverbs that start these questions. So now there are two type of questions, and one is yes no type question and other is WH type questions. Fine. We have already learned the grammar of the yes no type question in the last lesson, auxiliaries. There we have learned that you just take the helping verb at the start or be at the start, the verb be at the start, or some semi-models you are taking them at the start, you can make a question. I repeat in simple words that you can make a yes no type question just by using the helping verb or the be verb at the start of the sentence. For example, he's creating trouble. He's creating trouble is a simple sentence. Now if you want to make it a yes no type question, it is so simple. Just take is at the start. Is he creating trouble? So yes no type question is always very simple in grammar. You just have to take the helping verb or the auxiliary at the start of the sentence. That makes a yes no type question. But auxiliary or helping verb is very important even in the other type of question. In fact, you have to practice, you must practice as a beginner to use auxiliary in a WH question at the right place. As a beginner, you must practice to use an auxiliary in a WH question. Look at these example, you will understand that. Is, are, were, have, will, these are all auxiliaries, and these examples show that in WH questions it is always safe to use an auxiliary at the right place. This is the grammar, that you use an auxiliary in the right place in any WH questions. So as in yes no type question, an auxiliary is must in any WH question. But what is the right place for that auxiliary? Where we have to use that auxiliary in that WH question? Look at these examples again and guess what is the right place of an auxiliary in a WH question. Look at that again. Auxiliary is after what? Auxiliary are is after how many people? Auxiliary were is after where? Auxiliary have is after why? Will is after at what time? So what is your guess? What is the right place for an auxiliary in a WH question? Is there any rule? Yes, there is. You use that auxiliary generally after the WH phrase. I'm not saying after the WH word, I'm saying WH phrase. And those people who are following our grammar lessons, they know what is a phrase, what a phrase, grammatical phrase is. They know this. They know that what is a WH phrase, which is a subject. How many people is also a subject phrase. Where is a place adverb. Why is also an adverb. It is a reason adverb. At what time is a time adverb. So these are phrases, and the auxiliary is after the WH phrase what? Auxiliary are is after how many people, and like this the other auxiliaries are also after their WH phrase. But if you don't have any idea about phrases, and if you don't want to go through our last video lessons right now, don't worry. Here we have a shortcut. Here we have a list of frequently used WH question phrases. Look at them. Yes, this is the list of frequently used WH phrases. Now what we can learn here? We can learn here two things. Number one, the vocabulary of a WH question, because in WH question you need WH phrases. You can note these phrases down and you can learn them. This is one thing, that you have to learn the vocabulary. You can learn the vocabulary from this list. But the second thing that is more important here, because we are learning the grammar of WH question. So second thing, we will learn that where we are going to use auxiliary in a WH question. We will, as we have said, that we will use the auxiliary after WH phrase. Look at these phrases. The first six here, what, who, how, when, where, why, these are single word WH phrases. There is only one word, and that is complete WH phrases. You are using the auxiliary right after them. For example, where do you work? Where do. After where you are using do. After when you are using will, for example, when will you come? So you are using the auxiliary will after when. For example, why are you worried? Are is used after why. But in case of this phrase, the auxiliary is not coming after whose. It is coming after noun. For example, whose car has broken. Whose car. After car, the auxiliary will come. So after the noun, the auxiliary will come there. For example, here after how you use the auxiliary, but in this phrase, you use the auxiliary not after how, but you are going to use the auxiliary after the adjective. Take the example for this one. For example, how did they enter? How did. After how, you are using did. But in this sentence, for example, you are using an adjective after how, so you will be using the auxiliary after that. How cold is the weather? How cold, how, and after that there is adjective cold, and then there is the auxiliary. You are going to use the auxiliary after the adjective. More example, for example, how old are you? How, and then adjective old, and then the auxiliary are. In the same way, you can take any other example. For example, which type of, you are not going to use the auxiliary after which or type or of. You are going to use the auxiliary after noun. Which type of dresses do you like? Which type of dresses? After dresses, after the noun, you are going to use the auxiliary. Which type of dresses do you like? And you can take any of the example from here. You are going to use the auxiliary after the phrase, not after first word or the second word. You are going to use the auxiliary here. For example, at what time do you do exercise? At what time? After at what time, you are using the auxiliary do. And we can, because I'm here, so I should also tell these what on earth and why on earth. This on earth is not having a lexical meaning. It is just a style to emphasize on your question. What on earth has nothing to do with the planet Earth. It is just a style to emphasize on your question. What on earth are you doing? Means what are you doing? On earth is not giving any information about earth. It is an adverb which is just to emphasize your statement, your question. So to make a WH question safely, correctly, you have to make two choices now. You have to choose the right WH phrase, and after that you have to use, just after that you have to use the right auxiliary. For the right WH phrase, I have given you the list, the shortcut. If you don't know what phrases are, you at least can learn the WH phrases, the frequently used WH phrases, and you can choose what is your right WH phrase. But for the right auxiliary, I can't give you a shortcut. You have to go through at least one lesson, and that is tenses. You have to learn tenses as a beginner to make a WH question safely, and there you would learn what is the right auxiliary for the right tense. So, in the next translation exercise, if you find that a sentence is a WH question, because first you have to decide whether it is a WH question or not. So, if you find that the sentence is a WH question, to translate that sentence, you have to make right choices. Number one, the right WH phrase. Number two, the right tense. The number three, according to that tense, the right auxiliary. When you find the auxiliary, use that auxiliary right after the WH phrase. You make the right decisions. I'm taking the right direction. Bye here.
Question number 1. Question number 2. Question number 3. Question number 4. Question number 5. Question number 6. Question number 7. Question number 8. Question number 9. Question number 10. Question number 11. Question number 12. Question number 13. Question number 14. Question number 15. Question number 16. Question number 17. Question number 18. Question number 19. Question number 20. Question number 21. Question number 22. Question number 23. Question number 24. Question number 25. Question number 26. Question number 27. Question number 28. Question number 29. Question number 30.
This is slangslang.com, your free English language class.